My name is Narsimha, and I'm pursuing my BTech final year at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College, Hyderabad. And I'm doing my BTech in the stream of Computer Science and Engineering with a specialization of Data Science. So today, as a part of my AIT Tech Talk videos in the subject of Cloud Computing Tools and Techniques, I want to explain about a topic named End User and Provider Requirements for Pricing Policies of Infrastructure as a Service. So actually, this is the title of IEEE paper, which was published in the year of 2019. And now you can see here the citation of the paper. And there are four authors for this paper. So coming to the main abstract and what is the main motto for writing this paper? Cloud computing has rapidly transformed ICT industry and numerous cloud providers offers multiple flavors of infrastructure as a service solutions and shortly abbreviated as IaaS, and aiming at meeting customer demand within a competitive landscape. First of all, what is this cloud computing and why we use this? We will be going on in this lecture about these topics. So first of all, coming to the cloud computing. The cloud computing is a technology paradigm that enables users to access and utilize computing resources such as storage, processing power, and applications over the internet instead of relying on local servers or devices. For example, let's take a common example like in our mobile phone, we have an image. And if you want to access or we want to fetch the image at any time of our life, we need the same mobile to access the image. But we are not having our mobile phone at that point of time. But also we want to get that image. So how? This is the main question will be arised in our daily life. So for that, if we store, here you can see the real-time example of cloud computing is that if we store that same image in the Google Drive or any Dropbox, we can access that image without our help of our own mobile phone from anywhere with any other devices with the help of the internet access. So this is the main real-time example of the cloud computing. So here you can see users can store their files in the cloud and these files are instantly accessible from any device with an internet connection. So cloud computing services are typically categorized into three parts. Means this cloud computing also having three parts such as infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. For example, if you can see the collabs where we can get a virtual machine-like structure in which we can get a virtual storage and also we can access and we can create the account like username password will be given to that account and from any other device from any parts of the world we can access the data which have re-entered in the past. So this is the main mode of cloud computing and this is typically categorized into three parts that is infrastructure as a service. First one and second one is the platform as a service and third one is software as a service. So in this lecture, I want to explain about the one of the service that is infrastructure as a service. Coming to the what is that infrastructure as a service? IaaS is a cloud computing paradigm, means model that provides virtualized computing resources over the internet. Let's make simple with an real-time examples. In IaaS, users can rent virtual machines, storage, and networking infrastructure on pay-as-you-go basis. A real-time example of IaaS is Amazon Web Services, AWS. A familiar word which we'll hear in our daily life is Amazon Web Services. For example, you own a company and you want to store the data, means the transactions which are being allowed in the company, you want to store all the data related to the transactions. And you need a database. For example, coming to local devices like our laptop RAM or any disk structures, the storage limitation is limited area is very small. Means only small part of the amount of the data can be stored in that devices. For example, my company transactions are stored in this laptop. And if I want to fetch the data in the required time, I need same laptop to fetch the data. And another disadvantage of using same device is the storage limitation is very small. Means if we want to store more of the data, then we can't able to store the data in this laptop. So for that purpose, for example, we are getting a rented piece. Means here we can see that on the basis of pay as you go, means a subscription. For example, if we want any of the software or any of the antivirus to be installed in our laptops, we will do the subscription, means for 1 month or for 1 year, we will pay the amount and we'll get the resources from that service. So in the same way, this Amazon Web Service is used as a database for storing the data in that service and we can fetch the data when we require. means it's as a cloud computing. So you can imagine that is the data is in the clouds, and we can fetch the data whenever we required, and we can also fetch the data from any other devices. So this is known as the infrastructure as a service, IaaS. So coming to here, this infrastructure as a service has two of the attributes, that is functional attributes and non-functional attributes. Means on which basis this infrastructure as a service will be utilized. For example, coming to the functional attributes, this compute and network storage, these are all the functional attributes. Coming to the non-functional attributes, this is the availability, security, elasticity, usability are the non-functional attributes. These functional attributes come under the working strategy of an coding platform or anything. Means how much storage is there and how it will be, how the network is feasibility or not, and what is the bandwidth. It's all coming in this. Coming to the non-functional attributes, how much security is it giving? Means we will store the private credentials of our data. And also we want to store the transactions in such a way that others should not access the data. And also the availability means how it is very usable and is it available 24 hours that means we can add the data and we can update the data and we can fetch the data at any required time of amount of time. And the usability means how it is will be used. For example, after running this laptop for 24 hours continuously, it will be in hang position. Means for how much time the user can use it. So these are the attributes of the infrastructure as a service. So I'm coming to the main aspect of this abstract, that is the cloud users seek the optimal cloud service and usually end up choosing solutions based on mainly on price. Means compared to all the attributes, means if for example in OnePlus phone there are many of the features to be installed, means can be used, but the user will think about the price to buy that phone. In the same way, when the user will think of different types of services, service providers as infrastructure as a service, his main motto is to decrease the price and increase the usability. So the pricing strategy aims to satisfy both parties and depends on many factors affecting both cloud provider, drive for profit, and user drive for seeking value for money solutions. Means in this paper, the authors had proposed a twofold approach in which the cloud provider, you will get the profit from this service, and also the client means who are using the service should also maintain the low cost. Means they should get the more features in the low cost, which will be optimal to both the providers. Means it is a two-sided strategy. So here in this paper, the authors have proposed a twofold approach in order to capture the viewpoints of cloud providers and users on the pricing strategy of IaaS service based on structural equation model and pairwise comparison respectively. So coming to the actual proposed model, the pricing policy set by cloud vendors must be appealing to users. Means the price which is kept by the cloud providers on the service, it should be optimal to the users and the users should be capable of buying it. So coming to the main abstract of this paper, that is the price is dependent on 5 of the attributes, that is performance, availability, usability, elasticity, security. Means whenever the cloud provider is giving the price to the service, he will keep these 5 points in his brain, and depending on the work he has done to the service and work is providing to the clients based on the service, he will keep the price. So coming to the performance side, that is CPU, memory, and storage. Coming to the availability, SLA and free support, backup storage, and coming to the usability, API and operating system, image for from cloud servers, limited free trial, one account for all locations, elasticity, burstable CPU, and etc. Security, encrypted storage, and so on. Coming to the proposed model, what are the functional attributes of the proposed model by the authors? That is security policies, technologies. Means as I have said before, the encrypted data means the private data is stored in the cloud service. So it should not be allowed to access by the unauthorized users. And next is availability. Percentage of time denoting if a cloud service is available, means how much time the service is available to the client. And elasticity, ability to manage, predict, adapt, responsive of a service based on real-time demand. Coming to the usability, it should be user-friendly in nature. Means the features or the commands which are given in the service, it should be user-friendly. It should be easily understood to the user, and also the user can be easily interacted with the service. Performance, functional specifications about the operations of the cloud. Coming to the non-functional attributes, what are they? Encrypted storage, like encrypted storage volume, and general data production regularization, should be short is abbreviated as GDPR, and backup storage, free support, and burstable CPU. What is this burstable CPU? CPU allocation can be either fixed or can burst to a higher capacity if current conditions allow. Burstable CPU allows gaining extra CPU power at no additional cost, which I said before. We want a service storage in which we want to store the memory, means the data, to the unlimited, to the extent volume. So in this times case, the CPU should be in a model that it should be burst, means it can enlarge the volume without no additional cost. So it's the main feature. And resource usage monitoring. So coming to the, and some of the other non-functional attributes are application programming interface, that API, one account for all locations. That is, there is one account and single interface to manage all different locations or separate accounts for each location. Next, image from cloud server, limited free trial, auto scaling, and service level agreement, SLA level. Means limited free trial. Means if we want to see in YouTube, there will be given some of the features like WPS Office. In also WPS Office also you can see that 1 month free trial maybe will be given. Means limited free trial should be given. If the cloud provider is giving 1 year of the free trial, then the client will do all his work in that 1 year and it will be lost to the cloud provider. Means if it is for 1 month, the client will be easily adjustable with the service, and after 1 month he will be in a mindset that we can buy this service as it is worth. So it should be profitable for both cloud provider and the client when the limited free trial will be giving. And coming to the SEM model. SEM model is a collection of statistical techniques aiming to quantify the relationship between variables, offering a flexible implementation of a theory-caused model. Means a SEM based model includes observed values directly measured and latent variables not directly measured. Means by keeping the mind that observed means directly measured variables and also not directly measured variables, the price system will be initialized. Coming to the next. These are the IaaS infrastructure as a service providers. Here you can see the Amazon, Google, Storm, and VPS.net, ZetaGrid, Data Dimension. These all are the IaaS providers. Here you can see all the cloud providers. Next, coming to the another type of model, proposed model, that is PwC model. PwC model provides a structured process for effective ranking of attributes, aiming at identifying their importance of influence on a general goal. Next, these are the results in the paper, that is SEM results and PwC results. Here you can see that price as a main parameter, main motto, how the different parameters are giving the percentage of effect of the percentage on declaring the price. That is, here you can see usability has 5, that is image from cloud server, one account for all locations, limited free trial, operating system, API. And all these parameters of the usability, sub-parameters of the usability parameter are influencing the price parameter in this percentage, like 0.84, 0.18, 0.25, 0.71, etc. And overall this usability has initializing the percentage of 0.16 effect on this initializing the price parameter. In the same way, all 5 parameters are giving the SEM results. And next, coming to the PwC results. Here you can see the performance, availability, elasticity, usability, and security. These are the non-functional attributes. And also here you can see the percentage of effect of the parameters on the declaring the price strategy. Coming to the conclusion. This content examined cloud pricing by comparing the perspectives of providers and users, clarifying the functional attributes and non-functional attributes that influence the final price based on SEM, PwC, and PwC frameworks, respectively. Based on the results of both methods, it was clear that even though performance is the leading adjuster of price for both providers and users, the contribution of NFCs is not negligible. Means overall, the author want to express is, even though for any cloud service, the performance is the main parameter to look after. But not only the performance is the main parameter to look after, the NFCs, means the non-functional attributes such as security, usability, elasticity, availability are also very much important at the same time to declare the price strategy. In this way, the cloud provider and the client who are using the cloud service will not be affected, means will not affect with the loss. So in addition, the perspectives of users and providers about the classification of cloud attributes presented several similarities. So you can see that there are also crucial differences between the two viewpoints that cloud vendors should take into account at their price strategies. So thank you, friends. I hope my lecture is useful for you, and thanks for watching. Thank you.